most matches played. He's currently, I think, at 67, so he can... this will be 68th, and even if he loses the lower bracket, he'll finish at the 69 matches played after this tournament's at the least. Interesting strat, I thought. DaniButa, I think 26 matches played, 22 wins, and 4 losses in his tenure. He's only played 2 tournaments, placed first in the rookie one, and then 4th in the last one. Spin is
6,
approaching
5,
very soon.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, you go right ahead and share this spin condition for our chat.
Yeah, Hush eliminated with an explosive accident as the dumpling cook, and drowning for Imogen Royce, one of the newer conditions, as the block guard. And
yeah, so I was actually unsure of the drowning one when it came across, as I am the match admin. I had to I had to think about it and talk to some people to make sure that this is permitted in the spin, right? And thanks to some know-how from a couple fellow RR enthusiasts and roulette admins, got the confirmation, and we will get to see this newer condition implemented.
Yes, I think you're a bit confused. I'll be back later.
yeah, it's I think. Oh, the start things off the explosive accident. Danny tossed his propane tank, which went over the vents, and he can't access it. So that's gonna prompt a restart. Frote started dumpling cook, which is a
if it were maybe a battle axe or something, you could think about maybe shooting it to move it, but shooting a propane flask probably not gonna end in a good result. So we see a quick restart.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Chongqing is... The propane flasks are very scarce. It's not something you just like, go find another one. Maybe if it was Isle of Scaling, okay, I'll go get another one. Not the case for this map. Frote making his way now towards the block building. He started with the other required disguise, which is the dumpling cook. Probably more efficient because he needs to kill Hush with this one. And, well, guess what? Block building has all the block guards, so going towards Imogen would be easier.
Yeah, and Frote knows the timing here for Hush is crucial, so even though he ran right past the propane flask, he knows that that's what he has to do in order to make this isolation work out properly. So we'll probably see him do the KO Fiesta here in this side room, then worry about going back for that propane flask. And even though it's a little bit more time usage, it's the safest bet, as we see Danny with another unfortunate reset.
Oh, is Frote gonna do the ragdoll thing? He didn't bring the propane up. Maybe he wants to bring Hush down. No, he's leaving him. He's leaving all the bodies there too. Danny got restarted because he got spotted by Mogwai trying to go up behind him.
Yeah, I think you bring up a good point about the bodies being left there. None of those bodies were sedated. They were all knocked out. So it is something that we have to hope Frote remembers. Is he going to go hide those bodies? Is he going to...
Yeah, at first I thought he wasn't gonna knock out extra people like that block guard, but he needs the block guard for the disguise, so that makes sense for him to knock him out. He has to knock out the researcher because he moves, and he has to knock out Mogwai because he moves. Both of them dragging bodies. Mogwai's body too.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I don't think there's anything back here to conceal the body, so just really have to hope that no RNG behavior leads an enforcer to go check out that little corner where he's dragged Mogwai behind. There's your kill. There's your disguise swap, and Frote's timing is looking good. He's going to head out of here and head towards Imogen. He's going to be hoping no one finds the one body he couldn't conceal.
Yeah, he's just hoping for searching to go away as fast as possible. After that goes away, he should be alright. Danny set up a remote kill because obviously he doesn't have the dumpling cook disguise. Not so hard to get, but the efficiency of starting as one because of the way it's crisscrossed for the targets. So Dan is
So
doing the drone, which is interesting.
Hmm.
Because if you let Imogen come upstairs and then poison her, she will go out in that balcony. Suicide balcony, basically.
Yeah, maybe he knows where she's at in this rotation and that he can get the. Well, he actually brought a remote gas mine instead of a seeker. So he'll just be rushing her and using that right away. This actually going to work out for him, this timing here.
Oh, he's placing it under the floor. Let's see. The snail works this way. So does the emetic mine. These are they don't care about physics.
It only opens for people with an authentic
Such a clever little strat there by Danny. Very nice. I like the knowledge of knowing to do that. He could have been risky and, tried to conceal it on the side of the stairs or something, but
yeah, that's really two things avoided: the enforcer and Imogen seeing a weapon and reporting that. So very clever. And there's this block guard disguise. Brody is doing interesting. He's triggering the break, which causes Imogen to go scold all these researchers or tech. Oh, but Danny,
what happened there? Was that not a toilet?
I think he went for the balcony.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the thing with the drone, her being so close to those outside stairs.
You pointed that out about the drone lore, and yeah, it was. I'm curious if it was just a few steps away from changing her direction. Oh wow!
Body found for Frote, not the one you would expect from Mogwai, the one in the facility that he knocked out the guard's disguise that he took.
So synchronized restarts here, almost about 30 seconds apart. I guess not quite synchronized, but Danny's on his third restart. He's going to have to do something differently here. I think the drone shot is okay, but do it much later. I'm wondering if, as she walks up those steps, that's what redirected her from a bathroom to wherever she was throwing up there instead.
Yeah, after approaching Hush earlier than Frote is, but again, Frote has the advantage of having the disguise, and with the kill done, he will be ahead. It's who's gonna be able to optimize the second part of their run, basically the drowning kill.
So after reading which you and Blunts and Beats had mentioned in the chat, the person who found that body was actually one of the people that he dismissed. That Frote dismissed.
He was going towards the break room.
Oh,
I just saw him.
Very unfortunate, and I'm wondering if he realized that, or if he's still thinking that shouldn't have happened. Because if he's thinking that way, then we might see the same rip again. I'm hoping instead we
yeah,
get
that's
to see Frote
I think
fix
that's
that.
the interesting part of both of these guys' attempts is how they correct their mistakes. Both of them should realize what happened. Danny being closer to the outside where he emetics Imogen, and Frote some NPC cycles going the way where he doesn't want it to go. Also,
So it looks like Frote thinks he's losing time here against Danny, so he opted to get the propane and right away and brought a breacher this time. So he's actually going to be doing a remote kill on Hush here, or not. The breacher must be for something else then. Now he is leaving that guard there. I didn't see how he took the guard out.
he doesn't have him. He's got the pistol and he
It must have
has
been a
a
trank. That
cigar.
body's
So
just found.
There's no way you're
Oh
gonna
no,
get
that's
through
Hush's
this.
body. I'm sorry. Picture in
It
picture
only
was
open for people
a
with
so
little
enough
bit small.
Danny
I got
still using the wall
signals encrypted
for
and
his
without a
mind, but
dongle, we can't hack it.
Imogen is downstairs. So this increases the chance of her going to the bathroom inside the facility. And you start from Frote.
Oh man.
Jeez.
And right before the match, we saw Danny has a perfect record, and Frote did win his last Chongqing in his previous match. So both players like very competent, obviously because they played and won tournaments, but just like fresh
I
on
would
their
like
mind.
to I would like to reflect on that last one that you were talking about. Freddie played. He played against Moo,
Right.
and I understand a win is a win, but for anybody who was also watching that match, very very unfortunate scenario where Moo had a silenced SMG required for the Imogen kill, and it actually phased through the ground under the stairs as he was probably
If you
30,
find the correct
40, 50
dongle, you can
seconds
use your
ahead of
camera to hack the vault.
Frody, but his gun was disappearing and he didn't Moo couldn't find it, and that ended up basically costing the match. Although I understand he ended up not switching disguises anyway for the kill, but it was kind of a sad thing to see Moo looking everywhere he could for the gun, and Frode ended up taking it
That's
from him.
Imogen locks
But
down.
back
Be
to this
careful.
match, Danny
Get
is
to the
currently
vault.
drowning Imogen, so
Yeah, that's a
we see
huge
he's already
break in the
corrected that.
match. It's he's used a peekaboo to move her guard away, slight bit of wall hack going on, but he's gonna
Yeah,
need this guard to get
that
out of here.
that
Potentially,
definitely
he
was
has a
some wall.
calmer.
The door was slightly open, but he
Yeah,
wasn't even out the door. He was
lucky
basically
that
right
it
through
didn't
this
work
wall.
to the point where the guard can see him drowning Imogen. 'Cause that would have been bad.
Looks like he'll be trying to take this disguise just for ease of exiting the facility, perhaps.
Yeah, definitely. And the other dart will likely be used on the dumpling cook. He has the propane prep. This is looking really good for him. Brody will catch up with the kills, but once Danny gets the disguise, he's gonna quickly take the lead back on the kill count.
Hey, it's me. Sorry to wake you up, but I think I forgot to turn off the computer when I left.
We'll be back to his old setup with the Hush outside.
How am I supposed to focus when the kitchen? It's like a train station.
Danny going for a knockout on the dumpling cook inside the soup kitchen.
I saw Danny had a extra calmer dart there, but maybe he'll be saving that for something else upon exiting. I'm not sure.
Good.
Guess it's not
Those are both
necessarily,
targets down.
needed anyway.
I think he just wanted a faster, because the calmer animation
Very
can feel
true. Very
dreadfully
true.
long. Yeah,
That is
that's
going
the
to
exit.
be a GG.
Again, winner of this match will play Papier in the upper bracket semifinal 1. So this is a pretty big match, and
Victory. Score 2-0.
yeah. So there's confirmation going into Frody's pick of Santa Fortuna. It's a lot larger of a map, so a lot more moving parts, things that can go wrong. Even though a lot of things went wrong in this map.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and set up the spin for Santa Fortuna, so I will be back shortly.
Right. Fortuna picked by Frody. He's banned in Dubai. We've seen Frody struggle in Dubai in the other tournaments. DaniButa banned Berlin, which is, he's played it in the World Championship against K Kaneda in the finals. That's when he lost it. I think that's the last time he played, if I remember. So not sure if that was like a comfort ban that he just doesn't want to play it. But anyways, not see that, that's for sure. Trying to write my prediction thing down. Next map is 3 minutes. Quickly go over and look at the briefing. I have that set up. Yeah, it is Linux Penguin versus Crudy. They're playing Chongqing also in the first map, and Mumbai will be the second, so slightly different from this one. Santa Fortuna picked by Frote. He no longer holds the record because our resident Sloth has claimed his record as he got his 10th win. 8:51. The 10-minute barrier has been broken by some random person earlier in the tournament. I had the privilege of casting that
Never
match.
would I expect a sloth to be the one picking up speed.
To be the
Agent, get
fastest
ready.
one, yeah.
Duel
That's
starts in 10 seconds.
Again, another opportunity for Frody to
9,
get it. Obviously, spin dependent.
7, 6,
Last time Frody played
5,
against Danny has
4,
lost.
3, 2, 1.
Spin goes live.
Eliminate the target.
Hands, would you like to run it down for us?
Yeah, my pleasure. We have Rico Delgado, kitchen knife while disguised as a chef. Very role player situation we have there. We have Jorge Franco drowning as the shaman. And we have Andrea Martinez Screwdriver as a drug lab worker. So my first thought here is start by the shaman and then get that shaman disguise, rush Jorge, take care of Jorge, grab yourself a drug lab worker. There's a screwdriver in the Coca Field smuggling location shed. I don't know if you even need to rush Andrea by then. You could go take care of Rico, swap into the chef, swap back out. In my head, I just played this whole spin out. I probably would lose like I did in my last match in Santa Fortuna, but we're going to go ahead and focus on the people who haven't been eliminated from the tournament. And we have Danny 40 seconds in, taking care of Rico's isolation already. Meanwhile, Frody is still working on his loadout, but I'm sure he is trying to make sure he's got the perfect loadout for an optimized run.
Yeah, still starting as the mansion staff. Shaman needs to do some cleansing on Jorge with the drown, so... And also, Hands loves drowning kills. Confirmed.
Yeah, part of me wanted to respin since we just saw a drown, but you know we don't
We
rig
don't-
spins and
Right.
go for preference, so you get what you get.
Yeah, those are the two things I definitely wanted to say. The whole cleansing thing with Shaman, I think it needs to be said. But it's a little bit out of the way disguise, but still closer to Jorge. He's the closest target to that disguise. Andrea is probably the out of the way here.
We're gonna see Frody get the Rico kill out of the way actually, and I like this because after he does this, I still would have preferred, you know, the shaman right away, but what we're gonna see is once Frote takes care of this Rico kill, he'll be out of the mansion grounds for good. And some would say that's one of the places where you're gonna see a lot more rips anyways. So that'll
Yeah.
be kind of convenient, making
So-
the rest of his spin a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, this is the extra bit of prep time on Frody's you can see into play. That Rico down and Danny is knocking out Andrea, so he has 2 targets down. He's also yellow guns underneath the red guns, which will probably be cleared once he takes out the evidence. But yeah, 1 kill down for Frody. He's interesting to see what he does next, but likely going to be going for that drown kill, and then taking the drug lab worker out of the coca fields to Andrea.
Yeah, I'm curious what Danny's doing here. He started in the mansion. Maybe he was just using the best of his time, and after taking care of the Rico isolation, rather than doing the chef and kitchen knife like Frote did, he saw, hey, I have time to go catch Andrea before she leaves uh, her her house, mansion, villa, whatever it's called,
Right,
and
yeah,
that paid
so...
off. He's got the isolation already
But the
done.
thing is,
Frote's
Frote actually is aware of the timing. He's here before 2:30. That's basically kind of the lower, like the last amount of moment you can have, and he's got Andrea down too. That's the point I'm trying to get across. So that puts him at a huge advantage with Rico already down. And Danny with the backtracking back to the mansion where he starts. He's gonna go for the chef in the mansion. There is an odd chef out in the village that you can get, but this one makes more sense because it's for Rico.
Yeah, something that unless I missed it, you pointed out they have yellow guns under these red guns. I noticed that neither one of them went upstairs and shot that camera box. I mean, I guess they both have to come back there anyway to, finish the kill itself, but still kind of. I would always take care of the camera box as soon as I could, just because, there are a couple cameras there in the Coca Fields. There are plenty around the mansion, which I guess that's not as concerning because there's more disguises to maneuver around there. But yeah, Danny's going to go ahead and take care of the kill here.
Yeah, also playing it smart by bringing his body into the room so that that frontal knockout or kill thrown melee isn't heard by that guard outside. So good awareness there from him. And Frote is now in the shaman area. Ooh, oh man! Green shirt turned around. Not only did he see the body, he saw that crowbar hit his face.
Oh man, that's so. Not that I need to, tell them anything, but something I've actually learned there is I've used that snail for the shaman pickup before, and I always put the snail closer to the shaman and the green shirt guy themselves, just because those are really the only ones who see anything.
Absolutely. I think you don't really need to have the record in Santa Fortuna make that analysis. Those two are the only concern, and you can even separate them and knock them out. Because the other guys, they're just... They might as well be Eric Soder's bodies there.
Yeah, they're in another world, if you know what I mean. Too many of those poisonous frogs get into their brains. Either that or some of the stuff
causing
from the local coca fields.
The uncurable... there hasn't been any cure found for this syndrome called the Roulette brain. It's been 10 tournaments, 11 tournaments.
Alright, and Frote with the exact same timing as his last run, getting Rico boxed at 117 there. However, it is a 5-minute plus advantage for Danny, and
yeah,
I mean he's already got the shaman disguise, and really I would say getting the Jorge kill definitely not simple by any means, because the seeker shot always a risk. You got to be taking the shot in the tall grass, or taking a really long shot, because getting spotted in those coca field is always risky. Also drowning Jorge in general, they're the two coca field guards who follow him. I like to throw stuff like apricots or coins or soda cans just to slow them down, keep them away while I'm working on the drowning kill just so they don't hear anything. But after he takes care
Oh,
of
man.
Jorge, you want to get that.
Danny, he
Oh
played that
no.
so well before to avoid the two street soldiers, but not sure if that's something he tried before, but it looks like a loss of patience there, and the bullet distraction being seen by Cokefield guard.
Yeah, something I just kind of said about you have to take those shots from the right fields because there's the
Right,
tall
approaching the left
grass and
side
short
is
grass
just
kind of thing. You
really,
definitely
really.
gotta. So where we saw a huge advantage on DaniButa's side, we have seen a quick shift. However, neither player knows that, so Frote's probably very concerned of where his opponent Danny could be.
So, some points about when Frote tied in this. Frote has a tie in Santa Fortuna, and if you remember, we were still born by that at that time. Frote tied in Roulette Rivals 1 finals against Mr. Mike. That's when he tied the Santa Fortuna. It will stay on his record for the rest of time, but it's a historic moment, that match, that RR1 finals.
Yeah, good times. I remember those days. Definitely got more more optimization in the tournament
Yeah,
since then. It was a
he
lot
he
more
he got so tired that,
improv.
from that, he did not play the match after that. After Santa Fortuna was Haven, that was also a tie that caused him to win. Uh, so yeah, that Santa Fortuna tie basically retired Frote from playing in Roulette Rivals 1.
I believe he had a long day that day. He had helped cast the PlayStation and Xbox Grand Finals before his own
Yeah,
match.
Xbox hadn't even finished because they had to switch it up because Xbox One was going on. But anyways, Danny is now here by Andrea's compound. Frote has a decent lead. He's also hit the shot on a secret shot on Jorge with Rico down. This is basically what Danny was on his way to do. This is going to be a huge advantage with Andrea down already. Really good positioning from guards too. No need to move anybody, and that round will be quiet enough to not be hurt by those guards.
Yeah, I'm always nervous of that because I know the drowning isn't going to be loud, but you know how walking through that tall grass sometimes might make an enforcer come check you out, and uh, didn't seem to be an issue here for Frote. He is picking up that crowbar. He is. Well, something's going on here. Maybe he just wants the Coca-Field guard disguise.
Yeah, it looks that way. It just makes him navigate the coke fields easier. He needs a screwdriver and also a drug lab worker. So looks like
The
he's gonna work on that.
Yeah, I always call the free disguise for the drug lab worker. I understand these ones are simple here, but doing that fuse box on the back of the uh, lab, Jorge's lab, where the flower is, that one's basically free. If you use the fuse box, that guy comes to check it out. You can hit him with crowbar or whatever you have, and I've never had that body found, so that's what I would normally do. But this one's going to be safe as well.
Yeah, also gets to box the body. So now Frote has everything he needs. Just he is recorded by cameras at the moment. Again, the hidden yellow guns underneath the red guns, but that can be taken care of in Andrea's compound.
Yeah, this is going to be a very nervous run for Frote. He knows that it's basically just a straight run to Andrea's compound from here, and he's probably wondering if Danny's going to be clicking that finish button anytime soon. However, we've seen resets set Danny back from that, and so after the camera elimination and the Andrea elimination. We'll see Frote run to the bench. He's going to sit on the bench. I'm calling it now. And then he will exit on the bus.
Rico Delgado has been eliminated. Nicely done.
Yeah, that's interesting if he does that.
well,
Especially with the...
he's done it before and said he did it for a reason. So we will see. But
yeah, it's not sure if we'll see him do it this time, considering it's after a few restarts. But I would totally expect that if it was his first attempt. But who knows? He might still do it. But he's there at Andrea's compound. He has everything he needs. Setting up a street soldier disguise, which will be interesting to see. Not really necessary here, but yeah. Also, he's placed the body so he doesn't have to go in. Yeah, taking the disguise. There's the yellow guns. No green guns yet, but he's heading up there. Danny, 6 minutes in. It's Rico down, working on the shaman, but might be too late. Frote playing it safe, knocking out the street soldier.
oh god, I would never do that. Are you serious? Whew. I would not try.
That
I
room
would
looks
not trust
intimidating,
that.
but it's.
I mean,
it's
if you
not.
just if you just open that door and shoot from behind, I mean, I guess there could be some. Oh, Frit, what are you doing here, man?
Yeah, that room, that's safe with Andrea out of the
Yeah.
way. That nobody else really moves in there, so Frote should be good here. He's
very, very
hit
safe.
finish.
Yeah,
That means
I
no
understand.
bus. We're gonna add 10 seconds to his loading time, or subtract it in case it goes too far.
I don't approve. I'm gonna have to deny the
Decline.
decline.
The
All right, yeah,
hidden
I'm gonna go
objective
ahead
not
and
met.
hidden objective. Yeah, so we have a 2-2 match here, headed to Paris, France. I'm going to be setting up the next spin, so I'll be back.
Score 2-2.
2-2, heading into Frote's favorite, Paris. So this is actually really good for the mental of Frote, especially picking up his own map pick and then going into his comfort map. Could put him up at 4-2, and I think before this match, Frote and Danny had played each other on 7 maps, and Frote had won 1, so it was a 1-6 for Danny. So now it's 2-7. Frote's still in a deficit, but lots of maps to come back to, and Paris is a good one. So let's go look at the briefing for a little bit. Once Hans comes back, we'll talk about it.
Against Mu, as we briefly mentioned earlier.
Yeah, so Frote only dropping 1 map so far. Now 2 with this loss in Chongqing. And Danny,
The same,
basically
yeah.
the same.
1 against Maddie and 1 against Frote.
Starts in 10
So
seconds.
very, very even. This is
9,
the time to pull away, and also whoever
7,
wins will be on
6,
match point.
5,
1 map away.
4, 3,
And
2,
Paris
1.
is going to be Victor
Eliminate the
Novikov with an
target.
injected poison as the Cicada bodyguard. Explosive accident for Dahlia Margolis in your suit.
All right, chat was talking about world records. Let's see one of these guys set it right here.
Yeah, this is probably not a world record, but it's really it's hard to call. Any non-Helmut Kruger spin has potential to be really, really fast, and this is one of them. But it's a 4-suit start, so Danny going already into the attic start.
Yeah, I'm thinking attic start, Seeker, meet Kurt and Victor in the Sheik's bathroom, knock out Kurt, take his disguise, inject Victor, get back in that suit, fireworks on Dahlia. I guess you do have to worry about the guard next to Dahlia, though.
Yeah,
For
you can
the
always just
for
take a
the
shot at the
free,
pillar down below.
yeah.
Yeah, for the lamp explosion. So Kurt has not followed Victor for Danny. He's shooting straight at the door that he has to shoot. Oh, there we go. Shoots at an angle. Gets so it's going to be interesting to see. He has to go for this guard inside the Sheik's bathroom or Sheik's room, or the suite itself. Same case for Frote. So it's actually a little inconvenient that Kurt didn't come in. Most of the times you probably don't want him coming in, but this is probably one time you do.
Wow. Not your typical Sheik's room infiltration. I'm curious what it takes to have
Good work, Fortuna.
Kurt not follow Victor. Maybe that's just how early you shoot him. Maybe if you
Yes,
shoot him on the stairs. I'm not
it's
confident in knowing that, honestly.
if Victor is like certain amount of steps down on the stairs, closer to Kurt, and then Kurt starts following him. So if Victor is closer to the top, is basically what you can get him the attic start, and a quick shot. That's what happens. He doesn't follow. He stands, goes downstairs.
So we actually see Frote actually catches up with Danny here because Danny has to go all the way back in to get his suit. And he did go start the fireworks, so I guess that helps somewhat, but oh wow, this is
This is gonna be close. You prepare your
Very
calculators because
close.
it might be a photo finish, unless somebody has to restart here. Frote
If anybody-
obviously more efficient.
Anybody likes to do mathematics in their free time, feel free to join me in calculating this one. Barring any mix-ups on shooting this, because I know ballers don't have the greatest accuracy, but you know, I don't want to have to remind people of that either. Well, Freddy's about to take that shot.
Yeah, he's got it. This is, I think, just over 4.5 minutes or 3.5 minutes. That's very close to record. I don't think it is exactly record. Both players now done with all their kills. Danny leaving early. Yeah, that's 100% a photo finish, but Frote will have the advantage of finishing first, so we'll have to see if Danny forfeits, then obviously Hands don't have to
Alright,
do the
yeah, I'm
calculation.
going to mute myself so I can focus on doing the math, unless Danny rejects it. But for those curious, it is a 14-second difference, so I will be back shortly.
Alright, so yeah, 14-second difference. I think Frote had about 30-ish seconds in-game time difference too. A lot more efficient, and also he has, like Hands mentioned, that guard wasn't at the far end of the room. So it will likely go to Frote. Very high chance, depending on, like, there wasn't any loads. It's just the 2 initial loads, so that's the good thing about Hands is calculation. Not sure what you mean by quick. Well, in other news, submissions for Minicomp 56 are now closed. Not really sure what else to say here. Can find out that we're going to Haven Island next. Potential final map. So it's a good one to have. After that, need it. Sapienza and the True Decider is
Alrighty, there,
Miami.
Punky.
Yep, already.
I just confirmed Danny is going to. He has requested that I bypass the photo finish as 14 seconds with 0 restarts from either player. He feels that is not enough, so I am accepting Frotes, and we have a 4-2 now. Match point advantage for Frote as we head into
2
Haven
to
Island.
4.
Good sportsmanship from Danny. Mostly I say that because now I don't have to do math. So thank you for that. I'm going to go ahead and set up the spin for Haven Island now. So I'll be back once again.
All right. I'm going to set up the predictions and then set up the briefing and then play the briefing. That's the plan here. But Haven Island is what we're going to next. Let me quickly... Actually, let me play the briefing so if you guys need a refresher on what Haven Island is all about. Records by Giannini. That's one of the... another record by Giannini. 717 from Roulette Rival 7. Frote played DaniButa in Haven Island one time, and Danny won that. So Danny is definitely looking to repeat that if he wants to stay alive in this turn, in the upper bracket in this match. Otherwise, Frote will win and move on to the semifinals.
Yeah, in the prior to Roulette Rivals 8 and the maps that they had played each other, the two matchups, the only map that Frote took from Danny was New York, and they will not be playing there today. But Frote has already more than proved himself by taking 2 maps in this matchup, and that's the one that matters. Here we see for In for Fun posting that Frote's Paris was 3:31, 2 seconds behind world record. So, as I was kind of hinting before that this could have been a world record, both of them were amazing pace. They
Agent
both
get ready.
would have deserved it had
Duel
it
starts
happened.
in 10
Especially with the suit
seconds.
start. I
9,
understand when you can start as the tech crew,
7,
there's a
6,
little bit more
5, 3,
excitement about, hey,
2,
I might get world
1.
record. But
Eliminate
we
the
are out of
target.
Paris and we are in Maldives now. Haven Island spin. May I take it, Punky?
Yes, go ahead.
All right, I will. Tyson Williams, kitchen knife as bodyguard. Loud explosive as the gas suit for Stephen Bradley. And we'll find a seashell and a Villa guard disguise for Ludmila Petrova.
All 3 Villa disguise. Free kill for Tyson. Doesn't really matter what the kills are for Steven and Ludmilla. So a loud explosive is also a free kill, as you don't need to waste the loadout slots for it. Gas suit is the only annoying part of this whole spin.
She's not even staying at the villa
But
anymore.
Yeah, I
not
think
complicated at all.
what and there is a kitchen knife somewhere around the villa too. Am I correct in saying that?
Yes, there has to be. There's like a bar outside, I think, that has it.
Well, because what I'm thinking here is, as long as you can leave, they both start villa staff here. If they can both leave, with the Tyson kill, you can leave the villa, grabbing the gas suit, and you can take care of the Stephen Bradley isolation and get the villa guard disguise off of VIP guard. I understand this villa guard is a villa disguise, but they are found elsewhere. The gas suit is the one that you have to do a little bit of traversal for.
Yeah, actually, I think kitchen knife is like a unique item in this map. There's one in the cocktail bar. There actually isn't anywhere near the villa.
Okay.
So you do have to backtrack for that one a little bit.
If you use the
It's not in the kitchen.
Lovely site, yeah. Why would there be a kitchen knife in a kitchen?
It's in the cocktail bar.
We need to shout out hitmaps.com for all your hitman needs. Finding that kitchen knife, you can just pick your map. You can type in the search bar what item you're looking for. Quick little pop-up. They'll show you where to find it. Very convenient tool. Very useful tool come Roulette Rivals. tournament time.
Yeah, different approaches. Frote looks like going down to the basement. Danny out of there as the bodyguard. Really nice guard naming scheme on the these two. Also, the appearance, I think I mentioned that to somebody, the appearance of the waiter and the chefs in this map can be confusing. Gas suit and the tech.
Yeah, as if this map wasn't hard enough, they throw a couple extra curveballs in there just to try and mess with you.
Yeah, Danny approaching Steven now should be... Timing is really good where he's going to catch him even before he goes into the
That is
hut.
Stephen Bradley, notorious hacker, chief programmer
Well,
at
he picked
Haven,
up the
and rumored to be quite reckless
gas
in his
suit.
ways.
He's going to restart. That puts a huge advantage for Danny. If he just plays this outright, very, very low chance he actually loses this map, but if he restarts, we're back to square one.
Do we know what the Frote restart was about?
Nothing obvious. He just switched disguise and saw an unconscious witness.
I thought the unconscious witness was Tyson from
I
the
think so.
bodyguard
I'm not
knockout.
really sure what prompted that. Nothing obvious on screen. It was like should have been a restart.
Something I do want to point out, I don't know if you can actually pick this one up, but where Frote picked up the propane, there is actually a kitchen knife laying on that bar top. I don't know if you can pick it up. I didn't see a prompt button,
No,
but
it's
that is...
a unique item. So it's the only one is in the cocktail bar where the
That's kind of
pirate
ridiculous.
boat captain is.
Another restart from Frote and his
This time, a Haven special. Tyson wall hacked the body in the bathroom.
Oh yeah, why not?
Must have been bullied back in high school.
Yeah, so there's Danny picking up that kitchen knife from the cocktail bar. So he has everything for the Tyson kill. He also has green guns, which is definitely a relief to have. Probably hiding the body this time, making sure he's not gonna... Tyson isn't gonna see it.
I'm selling my shares in much fucking night.
I'm still really curious what led to Frote's first restart. I thought he had a great plan going for that, and
Yeah, we're curious. Hopefully he'll share that in the chat later. But Danny is moving along nicely. He has the red guard, the villa guard now heading towards Ludmilla. 5 minutes is really good timing as she's approaching the restaurant kitchen area where the kitchen knife does not exist.
Frote almost gets ripped by an enforcer whoosh there, but the door didn't want to open for him quickly enough, but bypassed it.
Confidence artist of Russian descent and current client handler for Haven. Careful with this one, 47.
Man, DaniButa's got about half of the items in his inventory that you can find on the map. See all those items.
Yeah, he has the starfish. He's got the pearl. He's collecting all the souvenirs.
And I tell you what, though, having all those things is very convenient.
Yeah.
Come impromptu situations where you gotta kind of improvise. Having an extra throwable melee can always be nice, whether it's to KO somebody or to find a distraction item to throw.
There's it's not Yanini, but it is Interfront's best friend, the hand washer in Haven, knocked out by DaniButa. He will not be his run will not be ruined by him. Knocks out the guard just for good measure, and this bathroom is all his. There's a seashell as well. First kill goes to DaniButa for Haven Island.
Yeah, it might be 6.5 minutes into the spin, but it is still a tremendous lead as we've seen the isolations
Yeah,
for
he has
everybody
about
else.
2 kills now because the other 2 targets are knocked down on their unconscious. Now, Steven also a remote kill. So
Yeah,
this is actually should be efficient routing to take the bodyguard back to the villa, then take the gas suit and press the detonator.
I should also mention we just bypassed Yanini's world record time, so another one's safe for him. Doesn't have to worry about Paris or Haven being taken from him today.
Yeah, dodged the Paris one by 2 seconds. Haven though,
Yeah,
definitely
gonna be a bit
secured.
more, but still a very solid run we're seeing from Danny, and barring any rips, which Haven is full of opportunities for, we'll see him
It's
with a comfortable exit here.
as he progresses more and more, the chance of something going wrong lowers. But again, he's going back towards the villa area, which is
Yeah,
the finicky area of this map. The gas suit's probably the last obstacle in this whole thing, and it has been since the beginning of the spin.
yeah, and being in this disguise and then the gas suit disguise for the last 2 kills makes it a little nicer because he doesn't have to worry about enforcers while he's wearing this one, and then the gas suit will be a remote kill anyway.
Excellent work, 47.
With the screen down, he's able to throw the kitchen knife at Tyson, who's still on the
Yeah,
couch.
all that training of throwing knives in Dubai paid off there. Very good aiming at Tyson's face
Yes,
there.
definitely. If you need knife throwing training, do that escalation of Dubai. Also has a calmer, so this is going to be really good for Danny here. See how safe he wants to play this. The head down, the guy won't really see anything, so this is looking really good for Danny. Just one tap of a button and the other one for exit. Guard finally goes down, the sitting animation being longer.
Yep. Just don't want to see some wild non-target kill happen for Danny here on the detonation, but I would like to think that's not going to be an issue, and he's going to be making that jog to the exit. Got a couple people to worry about, but there's the detonation. Green guns, green guns, green guns, and we're good. We are going to decider. I will be back shortly, setting up this decider spin.
Yeah, the
Victory.
next map
4
is
to 4.
Sapienza. Whoever wins this will win the match and will play against Papier in the upper bracket semi-final.
Easy spins and I overthink them.
Brody just have to restart there, so it's gonna be a few minutes behind.
I don't know.
He was down 2 kills, but makes the match more exciting. Sapienza is Frote's second home, so we'll have to see. He's really, really strong. And the only way we play the true decider, which is Miami, is if they tie. And I really don't see these two guys tying ever, but definitely not on Sapienza. Unless you put like Loud Air or something. Let's see.
Your destination is the coastal town of Sapienza, also known as the Jewel of the Amalfi Coast. Your target is a former client of ours, Silvio Caruso, a brilliant but troubled bioengineer employed by the Ether Biotech Corporation. Renowned for his early stem cell research, Caruso is now reportedly working on a far more disturbing project. A DNA-specific virus able to infect anyone, anywhere in the world. Imagine a bullet, fired in any direction, passing through countless bodies without inflicting harm, invisible and undetectable until it strikes its target. A world of armchair assassins killing with impunity. This is what awaits us, unless Caruso is stopped. Our client, one of Ether's major private stockholders, wants the project cancelled on ethical grounds, but without destroying the company in the process. She has asked us to eliminate Silvio Caruso and destroy the yet unfinished virus prototype. You will also need to deal with Caruso's lab head, Francesca DeSantis, a high-level Ether employee and cutthroat corporate climber who holds intimate knowledge of Caruso's research and could potentially carry on in his place. This is no ordinary contract, 47. Caruso's virus is a serious threat to our craft and trade, not to mention our core ideals. So failure is not an option. I'll leave you to prepare.
Right, back with Danny versus Frote. This is match point for both players. Whoever wins this will win the match and play the record holder for this map, Papier Fraise, in the semifinals. Record is 429. That's incredibly fast. But look at the record on Frote, 17-5. He's played this quite possibly the most amount of times than anybody else. I was couldn't try to get our stats to cooperate the way I wanted to with the map win rate, but oh, here we go. Sapienza. It's not really the win rate, but yeah, Frote has a 77.2% in Sapienza. Plenty of experience. Danny 3-1, so it's, I don't know if Danny has it will affect his mental at all, but Frote should feel comfortable, and if he just needs to play his game, yeah. Both players extremely fast, so it's just, yeah, this will probably be the tiebreaker for Frote playing his 23rd and out of the tournament, so won't be able to get ahead of Frote until the next one.
I just saw the only time Danny has lost in Sapienza was his second ever roulette match against David Red Sox in the group stages of 2021 World Championship.
5, 4, 3.
Played it 3 times since then, won them all.
Eliminate the
For
target.
too many times for me to give you a match by match on that. But it looks like our spin is live.
Yep, kitchen knife as the chef for Silvio, and loud explosive weapon as private detective Sal Falcone for Francesca DeSantis.
So we saw Enrico Delgado earlier, kitchen chef. We're getting it again on, I don't know if something, what these targets did to the chefs in the world, but today they're just not having it. So anybody who plans on going out to eat tonight, definitely keep an eye on the guy that's cooking your meals.
Yeah, or if you play roulette, watch out for the admin that cooks your spins, because you get hands doing it. You get drowning in kitchen knives with chefs. Frote going for Sal Falcone's approach that I personally like going for him first. He is a drama queen. If you calmer him, it takes like 10 minutes to fall over.
Yeah, you might mistake a private detective. Might mistake him as an actor because that was some really incredible dramatic acting there. I like Freddy taking care of the detective disguise first because, as we all know, much more difficult to acquire than the chef disguise, and it would be a terrible way to rip, 2-3 minutes into the spin, getting that detective disguise versus right away like Freddy has.
Yeah, the random NPC cycles are very hard to predict unless you memorize them, which is probably a waste of your time to do for any purposes, unless you're playing one contract for the rest of your life that involves that. Going for salad is like for fun mention is it's an advantage definitely because the chef is there, and not only that, around like 2.5-3 minutes, chef will be outside the observatory building where you can knock him out from the roof. So this early decision making from Frote looks like the superior choice.
Yeah, this is going to be really nice timing for Freddy because he's already got one of the hardest disguises on Sapienza, and he's going to be able to meet Francesca in time for that isolation. So that's a very good start by Freddy.
Yeah, gets it just in time with the 2:30. He has a rubber duck ready to go, so we'll see how. Has to time his door opening because too early is going to cause a gun flash into a target lockdown. Don't want that happening, and Frote avoids that. Oh, and Danny gets the wrong kill on Francesca. He kills Francesca with the kitchen knife as the chef, mistaking the kill for Silvio Caruso. So, yeah, that's really, really unfortunate for a map like this. Oh man, huge advantage for Frote as he's also taking care of the guards of Silvio.
All right. As the match admin, I've just informed DaniButa.
Oh,
You've got mail.
You've got mail, and it's not one you want to have right now in a match point situation. Frote will a one kill setup, other disguise. He's done exactly what I mentioned earlier, picking up the chef who's right by the observatory, grabs his other disguise back. He's gonna detonate, he's gonna shoot the virus and then detonate. Give as little time as possible for Francesca's body to get found. It's textbook Sapienza from the textbook Sapienza player, and it's a good way to probably finish. I don't really see Danny coming back from this.
Yeah, not the first time any player has, killed the target with the wrong stuff. I did it myself. In one of my matches. Man, why did Frote risk that? He did a frontal thrown KO, but goodness, I would not risk that.
Yep, detonates the virus. Detonates the duck for Francesca as his last. And that's 5 minutes into the spin. We know that
Photo
for sure
finish.
because of the
Photo finish.
plus.
Photo finish. Yes, no.
Frote's
maybe?
calling for a photo finish, but Danny is nowhere near the finish line, so that's gonna be a easy victory for Frote, a strong finish into the
Let's go.
semifinal.
Oh, that Haven was trash. That Chongqing was
It's really
trash.
close to record. Record's 4:29. He had a
That was
5-minute
trash
flat
too.
spin with a 4:09 in-game
Oh.
time. So Frote will win the map and the match.
I need a beer.